Welcome to the live show. Welcome. We are looking at the token right now. Okay, it was in this live stream too that we looked at this token together, and look at that. Okay, before I briefly explain what happened here and what we should be expecting for the rate token, okay, I just want to let us know that the Bybit competition is starting in an hour. All right, the trading competition for the give out of this $8 million is starting in 1 hour from now. Okay, let's say 2 hours from now, thereabout. So if you have not joined the competition yet, what you need to do is to go to the description of this videos, guy. Okay, I've left the link to join that group. Okay, to join my squad here. All right, so the first link here is to sign up for a Bybit account. In case you don't have a Bybit account already, remember that all of our features trading challenges, we are doing that on the Bybit exchange. So use the first link to sign up for a Bybit account, and then use the second link, okay, to come join the trading competition. So once you click on that link, it will bring you here, and all you just need to do is to click on register and join my squad. And all you need, all right, to stand the chance to share in this $8 million, okay, prize pool that Bybit is giving out is just to do 30,000 in trading volume. All right, 30,000 is something you can do in a day. It is something you can do in 2 days. It's something you can do within a week. It all depends on your capacity and how often you trade. All right, and how often you trade. So with a minimum of $100, $500, all of that, you can actually participate in this ongoing competition. And remember, there will be a giveaway of a Lamborghini, a Rolex watch, and all other, some other items that Bybit is giving out during this competition. There will be a live stream, okay, on the 24th of August for the give out of this Lamborghini, the Rolex watch, and others. All right, so I will update you accordingly as we proceed. So you could be the winner of this, Lamborghini, because it's not going to be given to the best team. It will not be given to the trader with the highest PNLs or the highest volume and all of that. All right. Once you do up to 30,000 in trading volume, you qualify to stand a chance to go home with this Lamborghini or the Rolex watch. You don't know where your breakthrough will come from. So guys, take advantage of this right now. Okay, so that is it for today. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us from. You're welcome to the live show. This is that show, okay, where we discuss everything about trading to make you a profitable trader. All right. So right now, what I want to play out is I want this to come out. Now for the rate token, okay, what we were looking at previously, all right, a few days ago, we were looking at this token to break out, all right? This was the trend line we plotted, and we're waiting for a breakout, all right? And remember what I tell you guys about breakout and the retest, right? So now we did this on the 4 hours time frame. So what we would have done is to go to like the 1 hour time frame, the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, on the 15 minutes time frame, you would have seen that real test playing out very well. Okay, look at the retest here, right? So we're waiting for that breakout somewhere around there, and it broke out, came back and retest, all right? And after consolidating here for the while, what happened? The token actually pumped. Okay, the token actually pumped, which is exactly the effect of what you are looking at right now on the screen. Okay, so what I'm personally looking at for this particular token, I want to see it come back to this zone, all right? This area here of consolidation. So now this is no longer valid. So I want to take this out. So I want to see this come to this area and consolidate for a while. Okay. So what I want to see play out here is I want to see this token consolidate for a while here. What's happening? All right. So I want to see. Okay, so this stuff is, I don't know why it's not working. All right, so I want to see this consolidate for a while here and then gradually come back. All right, it may not come back immediately to the trend line, but what we are looking for to re-enter this trade and all of that would be if I bring my Fibonacci retracement to guys, and then let's say I take this from here up there. Okay, I'll be waiting to enter this trade at the 618 level. If we have a bounce there, the 786 level, and all of that. All right, but we missed this trade. You can enter a short trade for those of you who want to scalp. Okay, you can enter a short trade for this particular token right now. Okay, you can enter a short trade if you want. You can enter a short trade, but I'm not going to enter this trade right now. Okay, I'm not going to enter this trade right now because we may have a bounce here and continue that upward movement, or we'll reject and start going down. But what I want is to look for a long trade, a long setup. Okay, I'll wait for this to play out and we'll take it that way. All right. So currently this is what I'm looking at. Let this play out and then you look for your entries either to the downside or to the upside. Okay. So if you are taking a short, guys, if you are taking a short, let me give you a setup for that. If you are taking a short, Let's say you enter a trade around there, you should be targeting around this area, okay? And your stop loss will be somewhere around there, target around that area. Okay, so this will give you like a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio and all of that. So yeah, a 1 to 3, yeah, it will be a good entry for you. If it plays out, that would be a good trade for you. All right, so currently this is what I'm looking at for the rate token. Now, guys, if there is any token you want me to look at, okay, just use the comment section and then type in the questions, okay, type in the tokens, all right, type in the pairs that you want me to look at, and we'll start looking at those tokens one after the other. All right, another token that I want us to look at is Render. Let's look at Render and see what that token currently has for us. I thought I had that on my watch list, but let me search for it, okay. So Render is another token that I'm seeing buying opportunity in. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of buying opportunity in this token right now. So yeah, let's see what's happening here with Render. Okay, let me do daily time frame. All right, guys, smash that like button, okay? If you're just joining, smash that like button. Yeah, Kelvin, you're welcome to the live show. Welcome, everyone. And currently, what I'm looking at for Render, let's go ahead and put in our drawing tools there. So, yeah, my trend line will be from this area down there, okay? So we can be waiting, looking for a break of that trend line, and we'll take a trade to the upside. And then here is serving as our support, guys, okay? So we can use this zone here as our support area, which is exactly where we are rejecting from on this trade right now, okay? So we can wait for a breakout of that trend line, all right, and take a trade to the upside. We can wait for a break of that trend line and take a trade to the upside, all right? But for the fact that this has actually been consolidating here for a while, I'll be looking to enter a trade here at, let's say we'll enter at $1.62, guys. $1.62. You can target as high as that $1.80 or even up to $2. But right now, what I want you to pay attention to is, okay, pay attention to the trend line, because there is every possibility that this token will come and reject at that trend line, okay? So let's bring this down to that trend line level. Yeah. So there is every possibility that this token will come, okay, reject from here, go back and reject at that trend line, come back again before we finally break the trend line. So you want to pay attention to this trend line and let this play out, okay? When it comes to the trend line, you can close partial of your position or wait for it for a breakout. Once it breaks out, okay, once we have something like this that will go, come back here, come to this area and then break and retest, you'll be looking for a long trade. All right, so pay attention to this token. All right, pay attention to this token. But right now, I will set a limit order. Okay, I will set a limit order to enter this trade. If it gets to, that is, our entry is going to be $1.62. Okay, $1.62. So go to your buy bid exchange. You can set your take profit. I can set take profit at around $1.68 or $1.69. Okay, so let me just set that limit order and see how that plays out. Okay, yeah. Let me set, before I look at that, I need to be doing this right now, because at the end of the day, I'll end up, not coming back to this token. And before you know it, everything will just play out and it takes me out. Okay. So my entry, it is a limit order, guys. So my entry will be $1.62. Let me just do 62. Okay. Yeah. Let me do 62. Yeah. Let me do $1.62. And then I'll put in whatever amount of money I want to put in here. Okay, so take profit will be around, let me do $1.69 or $1.70. Okay, so take profit will be around that area. I can adjust this take profit. Let me just do $2 here. I'll do $2 by default. Then I can start adjusting them gradually. Okay, let me do $1.80, guys, and then stop loss will be just around $1.56. Okay, 156 cent, 1.56. Okay. Yeah. So depending on your risk tolerance, you can always adjust this, right? I do what I'm used to, guys. So don't go and, you can always use whatever you want. And remember, I'm not entering the market with the whole of my capital. So if I'm dedicating $100 in this trade, it means that in that $100, I'm ready to even risk, even if it is 50% and all of that. Okay. So yeah, so I'll just go ahead and click on confirm, and that is it for this particular trade. Okay, so in case it plays out, I want it to trigger and then we'll take a trade to the upside. That is exactly what I'm looking at for the render. All right, so this should be on our watch list. I think it's already there. So if you have gotten this entry, all right, we can now go back to the tokens you want us to look at. All right, so yes, for the first token from Kelvin, let's look at that Hbar. All right, Hbar USDT. So let's look at Hbar USDT. Okay, so let me open the one for the Bybit exchange, and then this is currently what we are looking at, guys. Okay, this is currently what we're looking at. So we're looking at this area of consolidation where the token, consolidated for a while, and then eventually it broke above that area and then started going up. So right now we want to see if this token will come back, okay, and respect this zone here, right? We want to see if it will respect this zone we consolidated for a while, or if it will break through that area. Okay, so if I look at the higher time frame, like the daily time frame, exactly. So we just rejected from that 200-day moving average. So the 200-day moving average is now serving as what? As our support, as our resistance level, right? Which is where we just rejected from. Now, where I will be looking for entry for this particular token will be around these areas of 0.50 or 0.51. These are the areas I'll be looking at, okay? But while looking at this area, you want to equally pay attention to this area, because if we go to lower time frame, you see that market was consolidating here for a while. So here could be serving as, just like we are seeing right now, it could be serving as our, support right now, okay? This could be serving as our support right now. So what I can do here is I'll be looking for a long entry from this area here to the upside, guys. I'll be looking for a long entry. For a quick scalp, I can come to, the 15 minutes time frame as I am right now, okay, and be looking for a quick scalp to the upside, guys. So here, if I put in this trend line, but where I will personally enter a trade is this area here of 0.54, okay? So my setup for this trade will be a long trade. I'll pick a trade around this area, and then I'll target the 200-day moving average at 5.7, okay? And then put my stop loss slightly below that area there, okay? Let's say 539, all right? So I can equally set a limit order in case this plays out, right? In case this plays out, because you may not be there to know when it will play out. In case this plays out, I want to equally take this trade, all right? So I'll go ahead and set a limit order for that. So my entry for this particular trade, okay, guys, you can copy this down if you want to. My entry for this particular trade will be if this trade comes down to around 0.054, okay, 54552. All right, 0.05452. That is exactly the area of entry, and then we'll set our profits, areas of take profit accordingly. So let me go ahead and do for Hbar. All right, Hbar USDT. So we are entering this trade around this area. Alternatively, guys, remember I'm on the 15 minutes time frame. You can wait for a break of this trend line. All right, a break and a retest of this trend line will give you a good entry. But this is what I want to personally do right here. Okay, a break and a retest of this trend line will give you a better entry. All right. So for this, my entry will be 0.05452. All right, 0.5452, and then I'll take profit at use any leverage of your choice, guys. Use any leverage of your choice. So my take profit level will be around let's target that 0.057, okay, 0.057, and then our stop loss will be at 0.0539, 0.0539, in case this actually goes against us. All right, we want to close that trade and wait for another opportunity. So it is a long, and then boom, we are in that trade already. That is when it triggers. Okay, so for Hbar, that I'm looking at for Hbar. All right, then good morning everyone, good morning wherever you're joining from, guys. Good morning and welcome to the live show. So if you have copied this, we'll go to the next token from Abalaka. Okay, Steven wants us to look at the sheep. All right, sheep 1000. Let's look at that and see sheep 1000 token. Okay, yeah, so that is the trade. That is the Shiba Inu token. Let's see what we have here. So I'll go back. Yeah, all those setups are no longer valid because we are up there. Guys, this token actually dumped after closing my trace. Okay, it's actually started dumping. Definitely anything that goes up, all right, must surely come back, come down, all right. It all depends on you. It depends on how patient you are. And then another thing would be based on the capital. How much capital do you have? Okay, and all of that, right? So we slightly broke above the 200-day moving average. I was thinking we would have used the 200-day moving average line here as a support, but currently we are below that level, right? Okay, so we are below that level down to this our area. This is the area of interest I was actually looking at. So let me just adjust that. Okay, I'm looking at this area here as our area of support right now. But one thing I want to say, player guys, I want this to come back. Let me just remove all of these drawings. Okay, I want to see Shiba Inu play out and come back to this trend line. Remember, since we started trending, right? We just broke. I want to see it gradually play around. Okay, let's say it comes down until it gets to this trend line. I want to see a rejection at this trend line and then a continuation of that upward movement. Okay, that is exactly the setup I am looking at for the Shiba Inu token, right? This is the setup I'm looking at for the Shiba Inu token. So for me, what I'll be looking for is to be waiting for a bounce at this trend line, and then I will take a long trade from here to the upside. Okay, so I want to wait for a bounce at this trend line, then I can take a trade to the upside. All right, this is exactly the setup that I'm going to be looking at for Shiba Inu. All right, so if you want to do a quick scalp, I don't know if this token will eventually start get to that level. Okay, so we can do like the 15 minutes time frame, guys. So we can do the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so what are we looking at? We are still trending down on the 15 minutes. Yes, if you see this, guys, so with my trend line here, we are still trending down. Okay, so what you should be looking for right now, the setup I'll have for you right now is if I do like 5 minutes, so we want to wait to enter a short trade, okay, at the trend line, guys. All right, so a short trade at the trend line. Let me give you the setup for this particular trade. Yeah, so the setup for this trade would be, all right, remember we are targeting to take a long at 0.080, okay, 0.0080. So what I can do, if this token continues to go down, then we can take a trade. If we continue to trend, okay, follow this trend line down there, then what you can do is to be looking to enter a trade, all right? So the setup here will be 0.009169, okay? And then you put your stop loss just slightly above that level at the 200-day moving average, guys, or slightly above that 200-day moving average, all right? I can put my stop loss at 0.0094 or even 95, okay? So if we reject this area, I want to see this trade come down to around 0.008, okay? Around 0.008. So you can map out this setup for the short trade for Shiba Inu, okay? Entry will be 0.009169, okay? And then our stop loss will be 0.0094 or just approximate it to 95, okay? And then the take profit will be around 0.0080 or even 81. Then when it gets down to this area, okay, which is the trend line we are looking at the higher time frame, we'll need to be looking to take a trade from here to the upside. All right, we'll be looking to take a trade from here to the upside. Another alternative of what we can be looking at for a possible long entry would be to use the fib retracement tool. Okay, so when I draw the fib retracement tool right now, where we want to look at a rejection will be at the 0.0090. Okay, so we want to see a rejection at the 0.618. All right, the 618 level will be an area where you can see a rejection to the upside. All right, you can get a rejection here to the upside. Then if it fails to break, reject from here to the upside, the next level will be at the 0.0086. Okay, so to me, this short trade is not valid right now because I want to base my decision on the Fibonacci retracement tool. All right, I'll base my decision on the Fibonacci retracement tool right now. Okay, so I'll be looking to get a long entry at a 0.0090, that is at the 618 level, or at the 786 level, 0.0086 or 87. All right, so for Shiba Inu, that is exactly the setup I'll be looking at. Okay, that is what I'm looking at for Shiba Inu. All right, Steven, I hope you got that clearly. So I'll be using the fib retracement tool, all right, as my entry and all of that. But if it breaks below all of this zone, then that is when we'll be looking to take a long at the trend line, okay, at the trend line. All right. Okay, so yeah, that is it for that particular trade. Let's look at Tony wants us to look at BTC. BTC is currently at 29,000. Actually sent a signal to the group yesterday to short BTC, and I was hoping that that would have played that, but eventually it hasn't played that. All right, it hasn't played that. Okay, so you see all of these long weeks and all of that. Okay, BTC has a way of always going. I think Bitcoin Cash was the one that did that thing to me yesterday. Okay, it always go to grab all of those stop losses, all of those limit orders, and after that, they start pumping again. All right. If you look at Bitcoin Cash yesterday, it actually played that very well. Okay. It went to hit my stop loss, and then eventually it started going up and hit take profit target one, target two, and all of that. So for BTC right now, what I'm looking for is to get a rejection. Okay. I want to see BTC come back to around that 28,800 or 28, 500 and all of that, and then go back up because BTC is still very weak. Okay. BTC is still very weak. So for me, for long trades for BTC, I'll be looking to take trades, okay, at this zone here. So if I'm to long this trade here, I'll be looking to pick trades at this zone, okay, at this zone because today is Monday. I don't know how this plays out, but I see BTC weakening down there and all of that, okay. I see BTC weakening down, but please pay attention to this trend line, guys, okay. 28,500. That is at the trend line. 28,000 and all of that is still a possibility. All right. 28,500, 28,000 is still a possibility. Then if we come back to this trend line and we fail to hold or reject from that trend line, then 27,000 and the rest will be the next areas we'll be looking at. Okay. Remember, I have a support at 28 at 28,000 itself. All right, that's $28.50. All right, $28.50. If we don't hold this position, then we reject down. We're going down more. All right, but right now, okay, I'm not doing anything. I already have a short position. All right, I entered at 29,000. Yes, I entered a short position at 29,000. So what I want to play out right here is, this is where I entered a short position. So let me just double click on this and adjust my entry for that. So my entry was 29,000. Yes, 29,000. Okay. Yeah. So I'm targeting around 28,500 or even up to 28,000. Okay. So, but my first take profit I'm looking at is 28,500. So let's see how that plays out, guys. Okay. Let's see how that plays out and all of that. So yeah, I can equally double click on it and put my take profit. Take profit will be 28,500. Okay. Yeah, so that's exactly the setup I have, and then I'll be looking for long entry if BTC comes down to either 28 or thereabout. I'll be looking for a long setup from here. Okay, so Tony, that is exactly what I am looking at for BTC. Allow that to play out, all right, and all of that. Okay, allow that to play out and all of that, guys. Allow that to play out and all of that. Okay, yeah. So Franklin, welcome to the live show. What are you trading today, Franklin? Let me know on the chat. What are you trading today? What coin suggestions do you have for us? What do you want us to trade? All right. So yeah, guys, let me go to Bybit. Another token I was looking at this morning was high. High. I think I did. Had some silly trade on high that actually hit my stop loss. All right, so high USDT was equal to another token that did very well. I had somebody on the chat, on the Telegram, that said he held on to that trade for 2 months. I held on to that trade for 2 months. For those of you copying my Bybit trade, definitely I understand, okay, if you are disappointed and all of that, okay? I do understand because I'm still holding on to that Pepper token, right? I'm still holding on to that Pepper token and all of that. So I still believe that Pepper will play out, okay? I still believe that Pepper will equally play out and all of that. So if you are not, you have already closed your trade, somebody closed that trade with, $300 losses and all of that. Okay, somebody who was copying me closed that trade with $300 losses. I feel for you. But basically, that is why I say when you are copying any trader, set your own leverage. Okay, guys, set your own leverage. That leverage will allow you to stay in the market for long and all of that. Okay, leverage will allow you to stay in the market for long and all of that. All right. So for high, currently, this is what we are currently looking at for the high USDT pair. Okay. So currently we are sitting above this our support, our resistance level, guys. So we are now using the resistance as a support. Okay. We are now using our resistance as a support. It was our previous resistance, and now it is serving as a support. So this setup is no longer valid. All right, that is the setup I had yesterday, and then it hit my stop loss. All right, so this setup is no longer valid. Right now, we'll be looking for a long setup to the upside. Okay, we'll be looking for a long setup to the upside, which is why I'm going to the daily time frame and looking at how high this can go. But for me to start taking that trade to the upside, guys, I want this today's candle to close, and I want this candle to close with a body above this area here. Okay, I want it to close with a body above this area. If we don't have an engulfing candle that comes back down, then we can start looking for a long setup here. Okay, anything from here upward, we can start looking for a long setup here and above. All right, so if you are going to do a quick scalp, you can go to lower time frames and start looking for a quick scalp for yourself, guys. All right, you can start looking for a scalping opportunity here, right? Okay, you see this rejection, take it back up there and all of that. Okay, but for now, I'm not doing anything on this particular trade. Okay, but I'll look at it later today. All right, I'll look at it later today and see how it plays out. If this consolidates for a while and then rejects and go up, that is exactly what I'll be looking at. Okay, to take a trade to the upside. But my decision is still based on this 200-day, moving average. This daily candle. All right, I want the daily candle to close above that, and then we're going to be taking a trade to the upside. So I will be paying attention to this setup I have here right now to go to the upside. Okay. Yeah, so this is what I want. But if we reject that, then the next area to take a trade to the upside will be around $1.0, as in 1.10 cent, $1.10 and thereabout. You should be looking to take a trade to the upside from there. Okay. Yeah. So welcome everyone to the live show. Yeah, ETC. I think I equally have a trade on ETC. Okay, so let's look at ETC and see what's possible with ETC. ETC. Okay, ETC USDT. Okay, ETC USDT. So we open this one here and let's see what's possible with that trade. Yeah, guys, you can equally join me later in the okay. I can spend about 2 hours today on the live stream, okay, looking at possible scalping opportunities later today. All right, from 12 noon or thereabout, I will go live again. All right, so ETC. Currently I'm waiting for for ETC. Let's take a trend this way. Okay. Yeah, so this is what we're currently looking at, and then we want to equally pay attention to this area, guys. We want to pay attention to this area here. All right. So this area will serve as our support for now. Let me go to 4 hours time frame and adjust that very well. So that area there will serve as our support right now. Okay, so here on the 4 hours time frame, let me bring it back up. Yeah, so we'll target that area as our area of support right now, which is okay. I'll be looking for a long entry for ETC. All right. um is it Gobinka or Bayanda, whichever, okay, whichever I pronounce well. All right, anyone that I pronounce correctly, use that one. Okay, please don't kill me for murdering your name. Okay, Bayanda, sorry, Bayanda. So what I'll be looking for right now on this trade will be a long setup, so I can go to my 15 minutes time frame, and then I want to pay attention to this trend line there at 18.4. All right, 18.4 will be my area of take profit levels and all of that. So yes, I can enter with market order or even enter at 17.5, guys. Okay, so for this particular trade, it's going to be a long setup for me, guys. Okay, for ETC, and then 18.3, 18.4 will be where I'll be looking to set a trade to set my take profit level and all of that. All right. So yeah, so this is the setup I have for this particular trade. setup I have for this particular trade. Let's see if this plays out this way, that it goes, okay, come take our trade and then start going up. All right. So this is what I am projecting that will happen right now. So for the ETC trade, let's go and set a limit order for ETC, guys. All right. Let's set ETC and see how that plays out. All right. ETC, I'll do 17.750. Okay. 17.750, and then our take profit will be around so let's say take profit around 18.380. Okay, so take profit will be around 18.380, and then stop loss will be at 17.6. All right, so just do 17.6 for your stop loss. Okay, so if it goes against you by around 8 to 10%, you're closing that trade, then our target should be around 35%. Okay. So yes, we'll set that limit order there and see how that plays out. All right. So that's the setup I have for the ETC. All right. So for ETC, that's exactly Bayanda. That's exactly what I'm looking at. Okay. Yeah. Susan, you want us to check GTC? GTC. What's that talking about? I've not heard of it. Okay, GTC USDT. I don't even think I've traded it before. Okay, so let's look at it and see what's possible with that. Okay, so for ETC, that's exactly what I'm looking at. Right? GTC is already having dump. All right, GTC is already dumping and dumping and dumping. Did you trade this token? Okay, sorry, I need to add ETC to my watch list. Okay, just give me a moment, guy. Susan, I'll come back to this token. Let me add this one, like the setup I have here, to my watch list because I want to see how that plays out. Okay. Um, is it not the trade I just said? Okay. So yeah, let's see if this is on my watch list already. Okay, it's on the watch list already. So let's go back to GTC USDT. Okay. Yeah, Kevin, just give me a moment. Let's finish with Susan. Susan, are you trading this token already? Are you in any trade on this? Okay, so for me, this token has already done a very massive dump. So here, let's use Fibonacci retracement tool to look for our entries, guys. It is a long, okay. It is a long, but let me check what's the volume that is done on that trade on that token yet. Buy bit. Let me check the volume that is done on that trade, okay, on the Bybit marketplace, guys. Okay, so let me check the volume. All right, while that is loading up, let's see this token. Right now, we are rejecting at that 7, okay, the 786 level. All right, using the Fibonacci retracement tool, I want to respect this golden level of the 786 level. All right, so I want to respect the golden level of the 786 level and take a quick 10% move to the upside. Okay. So yes, for me, Susan, what I'll be looking for is a long trade for this particular token. Okay, so I will enter that one and then target. All of these areas are your areas of take profit. Okay, the 618 level is your area of take profit, the 50% level, and gradually going up. Okay, so those are all your areas of take profit. So the 618 level will be our first area of take profit and all of that. So here I'm going to enter for GTC. All right, so for GTC, let me set that limit order to GTC USDT. Okay, let me set another limit order for that particular trade. Okay, so and see how that plays out. All right, GTC. Yeah. So our entry for me, my entry here will be 1.085. Okay, 1.085. And then our target will be, take profit will be around, first take profit will be, around this area of 1.1, 1.16. Okay. So let's do that and see how that works. First take profit level, you can gradually adjust, but let's do 1.2 and then maybe we'll manually adjust all of that. Okay. 1.2 as our take profit level, and then stop loss will be around 1 point, that is 0.995. Okay, stop loss will be 0.995. All right, 0.995. We'll go ahead and confirm that and then go ahead and open a long trade. Okay, so manage your risks. Okay, guys, manage your risks. It doesn't mean that you must always follow, the top losses and take profit levels that I give to you. Okay, always manage your risk, guys. Always manage your risk. I can't do that for you guys. All right, so this trade will trigger in any moment from now. It will trigger, but let's see how it plays out. Okay, so that is exactly the setup I have for the GTC token, and then for Kelvin, let's look at FX X. Okay, so F X X USDT. All right, guys. Okay, I don't know how you come about your tokens and all of that, but be careful of some of these tokens. Okay, yeah. Let's look at the higher time frame for this token. Okay, if you have been following this token, then you would have started making some decisions that would have profited you in the market. All right, so we started, trending upward, and it's like we are breaking that, guys. Let me take it from here. Okay. Okay. Let me do daily time frame and see what's possible here. All right. So for this trade, we have here as our resistance, guys. All right, Kevin. Let's take note of this. We have here as our resistance right now. So let's do resistance here. And then we can do our support right here. Okay. So we want to wait for this token to play around these areas I just drew here. All right. So this rejection here, I'm going to be looking for a sell trade or a long trade down here. Okay. If it comes down to this area, I'll be looking for a long trade down here. Remember, you can equally take 5.6 into consideration, and then this week here, okay, at 5.2 as well. But right now for this trade, guys, for this trade is going to be a short entry for me for this particular trade. But one thing I want to do is I want to see it come reject at this 6.67, okay? At the 6.67 level, I'll be shorting this trade, all right? Or at, 5.9 level, I'll be longing the trade. That's exactly what I'll be looking for, all right? So what I want to see is this player gradually come down to 5.9 and then plays and go back up again. But if from here we come retest this level again, it will be a short trade for me. So my entry will be somewhere around here, and I will take it down there, okay? And then if it comes down here, I will have another setup here to take the trade to the upside. Okay. If it comes down here, I will have another setup here to take the trade to the upside. Okay. So if you want to trade this particular token, Kevin, if you want to trade this particular token, pay attention. This is what I would do if I'm to trade this. Okay. This is what I would do if I'm to trade this. I don't know why Bybit is not opening. Yes, Lamborghini. Guys, go and join my squad, okay, and win and stand a chance to go on with Lamborghini. All right. It means if you join now, you'll be competing with me to go home with that Lamborghini because I just feel that the Lamborghini is mine. All right. So the Lamborghini is mine. So let me just check that particular token. That is FXS. All right. So let's see what is done. FSS. Okay, we have about 6 million, 6.3 million in trading volume, and it's been down, all right, for the past 24 hours. This token has been down by 3.4%. All right, so right now we should be looking to long, okay? It can drop more. This token may still drop more and all of that. So be careful. That is why we need to use tight stop losses and all of that, okay? This token can still drop more and all of that. So if I do my fib retracement tool, let's do our fib retracement tool and see this. Okay. Yeah, just let this trade play out, okay? Just let this trade play out. This is the setup I'm looking at, all right? What I gave you here is what I personally will be looking at, all right? So short it when it gets up there, or long when it gets down here. That's exactly what I'll be looking at for this particular token, all right? And then the other token that I looked at that will set up is what? GTC, right? GTC. Let's look at that. Okay, this has a lot of volume and it has dropped for 6%. Okay, well 6%. This is Susan. All right, so this has a lot of volume. So yeah, that long setup is what I'm concerned right now. The long setup is valid for me right now. Let's look at how that actually plays out. All right, let's monitor the trade and see how that will play out, guys. Okay, let's monitor the trade and see how that will play out. All right. So another token is the API3 token. Let's look at that and see what's possible with that particular trade. Let me go to the 4 hours time frame and see what's possible with this trade. Yeah, API3 has started rejecting, and I have my 618 level here. Okay, I have my 618 level here, which is the area I'm looking to, long this trade. Okay, I want this pullback to come down to this, area around this, to reject at 1.098. Okay, 1.098. If you have, started shorting this token already, congrats to you. You're already making, massive profit for yourself. But right now, what I am personally looking at, guys, I want this trade to come down. Okay, I want it to have the full pullback. So that's this 1.8 level, right? So my long trade setup will be at this area. Okay, 1.090, guys, 1.090, and I'll see if I can take it. Let me target just the 200-day moving average, and then our stop loss will be at the 786 level. All right. So this is what I'll be looking at. If this trade actually retraces to that level, I'll be looking to take a long trade. All right. A long trade from here to the upside. A long trade from there to the upside. Okay. Sunny, you're welcome. Welcome to the live show. Welcome everyone. Make sure that you're smashing that like button, guys. Make sure you smash that like button, guys. If you love what we are doing here, okay, make sure you smash that like button. And let's see how this plays out. All right. Let's see how all of this plays out for us. Okay, I'm not going to set a limit order for this, but I'll wait for it to play out. I can set a limit order in case I forget. Okay, I can set a limit order for the API3. We'll be taking a long trade from here. That is, eventually we don't break through and start going down, we'll be taking a long trade from there. So I can equally set a limit order for that particular trade. So take a trade to the long side if it plays out as predicted. Okay, if it plays out as predicted. All right. Okay, guys. So any other token you want me to look at right now before we call it a day? I'll still do, another trade, take like 2 hours, 3 hours later in the afternoon. Okay, so pay attention. If you are new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe and then the notification bell, smash that so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever we go live. Okay, so I will spend like 2 hours later on the live stream. Okay, doing some scalping and all of that. So let's see how this trade plays out. Right, it's still dropping. Okay, it's still dropping massively, so it's still a sell for me. If you want to enter a sell trade, then you can enter right now and be targeting around 1.092 or thereabout. Okay, 1.16 is equally another good entry. So this token is having its dump right now. Okay, yeah, we went to that 200-day moving average, rejected from there. So I'm waiting to enter a trade at $1 or even less than $1. Okay, $1 or less than $1. Yes, Sunny, welcome. You want us to look at OP? Okay, so let me look at what OP token has for us right now. OP USDT. Let's look at that. So what do we have for OP here? OP. Okay, let me search for the OP token so that I had that on my watch list. OP USDT. All right. OP USDT. So for the OP, is one of those tokens that I recommend for those of you who want, who are looking for tokens to invest on a long term and all of that. OP is one of those tokens that I recommend you buy and hold, guys. Okay, buy and hold it now if you can. All right, buy and hold it now if you can. All right. So I have a lot of drawings here, but right now, areas I'm looking at OP rejecting majorly is that 1.8 level, but we've not gotten there yet. Okay, I think slightly we were at 1.79. Okay, and then we started rejecting from there. All right, so OP has been maintaining this above this 200-day moving average. Remember, initially we said that if we reject it, you take it back up. So we eventually reject to this area. Okay, you see this from 1.78 or 79 or thereabout, we came down to this area, which was the area we were looking at last week, right? And then what happened? It just took it up. Okay, we had that retracement, that little pullback again, we took it back up again. So for me, I'll be looking to short this trade at around that 1.8. All right, 1.80, and then I may be a long from here. That is, if this comes back down here, Or let's even look for a quick scalp here. If we go to a 15 minutes time frame, okay, on the 15 minutes time frame, let's see if we can get a quick entry right here, guys. Right now, I'm not going to do anything on this trade, okay? I'm not going to do anything on this token. So I just wanted to play out, guys. I wanted to play out. Come back down here, all right? Anything at $1.65, we'll take a trade to the long side, and $1.80, okay? Anything at $1.80, we'll take a trade to the downside. This is exactly what I personally will be looking at, okay? This is exactly what I personally will be looking at. So wait for it, come down here, all right? So you have a long setup around this area, okay? Target that zone there, and then if it goes to $1.80, you'll be taking a trade to the downside. Okay, this is exactly what I'll be looking at for the OP token. If it plays out, yes, I'm going to do that. All right. So Sunny, that is exactly what I'll be looking at. I'll wait for it to play out. We'll come have a rejection at the 200-day moving average. We'll take a trade to the long side, or come have a rejection at this resistance level at 1.8. We'll take a trade to the downside. All right. So that is exactly what I'll be looking at. Guys, smash that like button for me. All right. Smash that like button. Okay. Smash the like button, guys. Yes. So you want us to, Susan want us to look at YGG. Okay. I don't know how many of you traded YGG over the weekend, but you know, why it made some people money, it actually made others a lot of losses and all of that. Okay. Yeah. So YGG, I think the token is beginning to get weak right now. Let's look at, yes, exactly. So the token is beginning to get weak right now. So for this kind of token right here, we'll go to the weekly time frame and look at our areas of interest. Okay, so it seems we rejected here, right? Exactly. That is the area we rejected from. So what we want to wait for is wait to see how this plays out. All right. Let's see how this plays out by coming to a lower time frame. Exactly. So where we rejected from is here. For YGG, I still see it going down. All right, I still see this trade going down, but one thing I want to wait for is if you can come down here, reject from around 30 cents and start going back up. Okay, so for YGG, for me right now, what should I do? Nothing. Okay, I'm doing nothing for YGG, but I'll be looking to long this trade if it gets down to this level. Okay, I'll be looking to long this trade if it gets down to this level. If you want to take a short, you can do that, right? If you want to take a short trade to this downside, you can do that. But I'll be looking for it to come down here, and I'll be longing this trade from here to the upside. All right, that is exactly what I am going to do for the YGG tokens. I'm not doing anything right now. Okay, Susan, I'm not doing anything right now, but you can short if you want to. Just short, make sure you are shorting with tight stop losses. Okay, so if you want to short, you can short, but use tight stop losses. So your entry should be around that area, and then you can target down here. All right, maybe your stop loss will just be just slightly above in case the token just around 70 cents. All right, in case it start going against you, you don't get to. But if you want to short right now, short and see how that plays out. Okay, if you want to short this token, short it and see how it plays out. Okay, all right. So yes, SY Tech T says that faced red droppy eyes. What's exactly saying? Okay, the coin that made me blow my account. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, why a lot of persons made money on this? Okay, the token was now one thing I noticed is that there were more people shorting this token. I think the funding rate was around 0.22% plus, right? Yeah, the funding rate fee was around 2% plus. Okay, so there were a lot of people shorting the token, and the more people keep shorting, the more the bigger boys keep pumping that token. Okay, so what they were doing was just going to grab all of those, limit orders that you're setting to make sure that you get liquidated and all of that. Now look at what the token is doing after pumping for how many percent? Let's look at the percentage. Okay, look at that. Look at this pump. This pump alone is around how many percent here? Uh, After this token pump for like 272%, okay, even 280%, and then it started dumping because it went up to as high as 69 cents. Okay, from as low as 18 cents, this token pumped up to 69 cents, and then it started dumping. All right, So in most cases, when a token just start pumping, always look at the volume, all right? If there is more volume coming into the market, it means that that token will continue to pump, all right? And then if there is less volume, then it means that the token is beginning to get weak. So the big boys will start selling. And when they start selling, you are, taking out of the market and all of that. So sorry, okay. Why some made losses, some equally, made some profit. This, the sharp guys and all of that. All right. So let's look at Solana. Let's look at Solana and see what's possible. Yeah, Solana is another token that needs to be traded. Solana USDT. Where is it? Okay, let me go ahead and search for it. That should be on my watch list. My watch list is beginning to, USDT. Okay, so let's look at what Sol USDT has for us and, see what's possible with this particular trade right now. Okay, let's do for the futures pair for Bybit. Yep. So let me see what Solana has for us right now. Okay, so let's go to 4 hours. All right, so let me open up my chart and let's see what this token has for us right now, guys. Okay, so we had a setup here to pick a trade at this area, and I think that plays out. Okay, yeah, this plays out, right? When did we look at this? I can't really say. Was it last week, Friday or Thursday? This was what we were looking at, right? Solana, we're looking at Solana rejecting from this level of support, okay? This is our support level here, and exactly that is playing that. So that setup is still valid, okay? For me, this setup is still valid. All I just need to do is to re-enter Solana if it comes down here, right? Even went down below, okay? So if your stop loss was just there, you would have hit your stop loss and all of that before going into profit, okay? So I'll be looking to take Solana at the 200-day moving average. I want to see a rejection at that area again. All right, anything at my entry will be 22.5. All right, so just put this at 22.5. You start looking for entering to the upside. So 22.5. All right, 22.50. All right, that will be our entry for a long trade for Solana. Okay, this is going to be my entry for a long trade for Solana. Let me just set a limit order in all of these things. All right, please pay attention to what BTC is going to do. If BTC dumps, you see all of these other token following suit, okay? Yeah, if you see all that, this token following suit, okay? So I'm setting a limit order at 22.5 or even 22.4, depending, okay? But let me just do 22.5, okay? And let's see what we can do for Solana. So let's do... So I'm setting a limit order for Sol, and then my take profit, I can target, let me just target this previous high here at 23.5 as well, or 23.6, anyone. Okay, so we can do 23, yeah, 23.6, that will be around 50% or 49%, and then stop loss will be, let's do $22 for stop loss, okay? So stop loss will be $22 and all of that. Let's see how that plays out, okay? And then go ahead and take it trade to the upside, guys. So for Solana, that is exactly what I'm looking at. I want to pick a trade there and take it to the upside. Okay, so limit order set. I don't want to miss it again. If it comes down to that level, I want to pick a trade, then we'll take it to the upside and all of that. Okay, so yeah, that is exactly what I'm looking at. Okay, for SI Tech, this is what I'll be looking at. Pick a trade down there and take it to the upside. Okay, yeah. All right. Thank you, Susan, too, for welcome. All right. Uh, seriously, YGG, it was a bomb, all right? It was a bomb because I equally lose money in it as well, all right? YGG ate my money, all right? But the mistake I made is that I shorted and I was in profit. Now, this is one thing about greed, okay? This is one thing about greed. I think I was in $12 profit, right? I shorted and I was in $12 profit plus, okay? And then eventually what happened? The market just consolidated for a while and boom, it reverses and started going up. So when it started going up, it went up to around 0.55. It hasn't hit my stop loss. I didn't use stop loss actually, but it hasn't hit my liquidation. My liquidation was around 68 or thereabout. Okay, 68 cent. So I was hoping that it would come back and come back and give me some profit and all of that, but it did not. But one funny thing is that I was watching that token, it came down to around 0.047. And then my losses were a bit minimal. I did not until it went to 0.060. That was when I closed it, and that was a big loss for me. Okay. After seeing the token in profit. So when a token is pumping, don't wait to make too much money. Don't wait for it pump and it continues to go in your favor. Then you can justice and all of that. Okay. But once you start going against, you always use stop losses because that token will continue. It happens a lot. Lena did that. A lot of what some of these altcoins, okay, when they start pumping, you will see them, just doing any. When this token pumps and you see a lot of volume in it, it means that there are whales, okay, who are actually manipulating the market. So don't go and play with them because they will always take you out. Okay, so yes, YGG was a bump, all right. YGG was a bump, and yeah. That is it. Okay, so for Solana, this is the setup I'm looking at. Okay, and then for Bayanda, let's look at VRA. All right, so VRA USDT. What do we have on that token? VRA, is it on sports? Okay, let me do features. VRA is not traded on any, it has not been listed for any futures trading. Okay, it's still trading on the spot market. So, but let's look at it and see. All right, VRA is a newly listed. Is it newly? I don't think so. But it has not been started trading on futures. Okay, they have not listed it. No exchange has listed it for futures. I don't know if there is any exchange that has listed it. Please just let me know. But right now, Bybit, this token is not trading on the Bybit futures exchange. Okay. Yeah, so for this particular token, I think we just broke this is our trend line here. Let's look at what's possible with the trend line. Look at our entries right here. Yeah, so we just broke that trend line, and here will serve as our top support. Okay, this is our support level right here. All right, so for me, what I'll be looking for is a retest, a possible retest. Not on the daily time frame. The retest might have happened on the shorter time frame already and all of that, but it's a long trade for me. But where do you enter the trade now? That's exactly what we're going to be looking at. Okay, where do you enter this trade right now? Okay, so you see the retest, this could serve as a retest, all right? You see this long wick here came retested, though it didn't touch the trend line, but this is a retest for me, right? So I want to wait for this to come back. I'm on the 15 minutes time frame right now, okay? So what I want to look at for this particular token right now, remember you are going to buy. This is on the spot market. So if you are going to trade this on the spot, you don't rush into the trade, okay? You don't rush into the trade. What I personally will be looking at, guys, is to buy this token at the support level, right? Is to see this token come back to that support level, reject from that support level, and then I'll take a buy from there to the upside. All right. So for the VRA, okay, for Bayanda, if you are going to trade this token, my set will be to be buying at 0.0041, okay, or even 40. All right, or even 40. So I'll be looking to buy this token right here. All right, and then I'll start selling accordingly as time, as the token continue to move. I'll start selling accordingly. Okay, so you set your stop loss down below there, and it goes up by around 14, 20%. You go ahead and sell. Okay, so this is exactly what I'll be looking at for this particular trade. All right, so if you are going to trade this, that is the setup I have for you guys. All right, Bayanda, that is exactly what I have. If you are going to trade this is what I will be doing. All right. Sorry, I put that out. All right. This is what I'll be doing. This is only listed on spot trading for now because I didn't see it on the futures market. Okay, so I'll be waiting to buy down there and then I will sell when it eventually goes in my favor. All right. So buy down there and sell up. All right. You can even target, if I target this up to this level, that should be around 30% move. All right. 30% move is enough. It's a lot of profit. Okay. Depending on how long it takes you. Let's even assume, let's see how long it will take you to get to that level. Okay, so if you trade there, that means it can take you like 3 days plus or thereabout. If this plays at the right 3 days plus or thereabout to get to this level, and if you get to that level 30%, if you are doing this with the $100, that is around 30% return on your $100 and all of that. Okay. So, but before you trade this token, guys, look at the volume that is done on that token. All right. What is the token all about? So that you don't go buy a token and then it remains. I think it's VRA, right? What's the token all about? How much volume is there? VRA. Okay, VRA, yeah. We have it's just $200,000. Okay, $200,000. That's the volume that this token is doing. So for me, I wouldn't be buying. Okay, I don't know what the project is about, so I wouldn't be buying this token right now. Okay, I don't know what the project is about and all of that. So be careful when you are trading such tokens. Okay, be careful when you are trading such tokens, right? Okay, guys. So smash that like button, guys. I'll be doing another, section this afternoon. Let's say a few hours from now. Okay, yeah, 3-4 hours from now, we'll be doing another section, and that will take us a longer term. Okay, we'll be doing live trading together and all of that. All right. So I do more talking here, and then the next session, except if you start asking questions and all of that. But this is exactly what we have looked at. I've set limit orders. If they place that, fine. If they hit our stop loss, we'll accept it and all of that. If you are copying my trade and you're seeing losses, please always calculate your, the end goal should be the end of the month. Give me time to trade for you for 1 month and all of that. Okay. At the end of the month, you calculate your profit and losses and see what it is. You guys that will always copy trade and then assume that the trader will not lose any trade. It doesn't work that way. It's not possible. Okay. It's not possible. And always use use lower leverage, because you and I are not trading with the same capital. Most especially those of you who are copying with $50, $100 and all of that. Use lower leverage, guys. Use lower leverage, because we don't trade with the same capital. Okay, I can allow a trade to stay for 1 month, 2 months, but will you be able to hold that trade with your $10? No. That is why you need to use lower leverage and all of that. Okay, so at the end of 30 days, you will now do plus, okay, and minus, and check if I was able to make profit on your capital or made some losses and all of that. Okay, yeah, that is it. I have a journal that I've been documenting all my trades. So anyone that goes well, I record it there. Anyone that goes bad, I record it there. And then I only record the reasons why he went bad, okay, why he went good and all of that. So yeah, for high yesterday, though I traded high, because normally when I trade, I know I usually stack trade, okay, put limit orders if it gets to a level but high was in profit about 17%. I closed that, okay, but the limit order that I set up, I did not cancel it. So I bought high, I entered high at $1.37, I think $1.36, which I closed with a 17% profit. But why I put a limit order to buy at $1.40 was in case it continues to go up. But when I closed this other one, the limit order did not close. So I went to sleep only for me to wake up this morning and saw that high actually pumped to about $1.50 something cent, got my trade triggered, and went and hit my stop loss. Okay, so it was a mistake on my part. It was my fault and all of that. Okay, yeah. So whenever you are taking trades, always take this. I've noted that down on my journal. All right. If you want that journal, let me know on the Telegram, guys. I will share with you. Okay. I've noted that down on my journal, and then I'll, whenever I close my trade, go to the limit, the order book, and check that there is no limit order, that is unnecessary limit order that I don't want. Cancel them before you go to sleep, because anything can happen in the night, guys. Anything can happen in the night. All right. So thank you so much for joining me here. Smash that like button before you leave. Please, if you have the time, join me again in the afternoon. Let's do this. Before the end of this month, I'm joining the Bybit competition. Okay. Before the end of this month, guys, you should be able to move your $100 to either 500, 1,000, depending. All right. Depending. Okay. Depending on what you want to achieve. We want to use this competition to make a lot of money for ourselves. So join me again in the afternoon, and let's start trading, okay, this market together. And in the afternoon, I'll be trading with the Maxi Exchange, okay. If you want to, use the Maxi Exchange, you can go to the description of the video. All right. With Maxi, you can go to as high as 200x leverage and all of that. So go to the description of the video. Yeah, Maxi will be, this is the Maxi Exchange here, right? So this link here will be the one to sign up for a Maxi account and all of that. So that's the exchange I'll be using in the afternoon. All right. So if you want to go sign up, I have some deposit, bonuses for you for that exchange. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later today. All right. Let's make some money in the market later today. All right. For all the setup we have, make sure you pay attention to them. Okay. Just smash that like button before you leave, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.